Today, I'm excited to expand our school meeting speaker series to welcome our first alumni speaker. We often talk about the brotherhood of CM and what it means to be a part of this community. Every year, we welcome our accepted students and tell them that they are now a part of our community and represent CM everywhere they go. This is a badge of honor and a privilege earned. And we talk here on campus about what it means to represent CM, its students, families, and alumni. When all of you decided to attend CM, you put on a figurative jersey. You wear the interlocking CM across your chest everywhere you go. Sometimes it is prominent, and other times it's metaphorical. And by doing so, you commit to living our mission, now as a student, and perhaps more importantly, as an alumni. Our alumni speaker this morning has represented CM for a long time and in a variety of capacities. He wore the jersey of CM as a prospective student when he came to watch his cousins compete on our athletic fields. He continued to wear the jersey as a top student athlete, receiving scholarship offers in 2 different sports. He set a standard in the classroom for other students to aspire to, and as a graduating senior was awarded the Edmund Rice Medal, the highest honor given to a CM student who represents the values and principles of Blessed Edmund Rice. Since graduating from CM in 2012, Donovan Henry has continued to wear the jersey. He is a graduate of Northeastern, where he ran track. He is an active member of our alumni community, hosting numerous events with our advancement office, and currently continues to serve the school on the CM Board of Trustees. It is an honor to welcome back a true CM Knight and a wonderful person. Gentlemen, please welcome Donovan Henry.
All right, good morning. Good morning, Catholic Memorial, faculty, staff, and students. I'd like to start by thanking Principal O'Brien for inviting me to speak with you guys for a bit today. I'd also like to thank Dr. Folan for keeping me tied to the CM community and allowing me to be a part of the board of directors, so thank you guys. So, as mentioned, my name is Donovan Henry. I graduated CM almost 9 years ago, back in 2012. And as Principal O'Brien said, I currently work at Northeastern University, graduated there in 2017, and I work in a research lab where we study how exercise influences brain function. But back to why I'm here today. So my connection to CM began far before I entered in as a freshman in 2008. I can vividly recall my first CM football game that I attended. It was in 2002, the night before Thanksgiving. I went to watch my cousin, L.V. Whitworth, who was the best running back in the state at the time. And he was on his way to play at BC. In that game, he ran for 4 touchdowns, over 200 yards, but unfortunately they came up short. I can recall the agony and the disappointment on his face when our family came to greet him after the game. It resonated with me that this meant something to him. His pride for the game and playing for this school meant something to him. And it led me to pursue my own path here at CM. And with that said, I'd like to share a few brief stories about my experience wearing the CM jersey. So just to start, I'd like to get an idea of who's in the gym today and who might be watching from their homes or from the classroom. So if you could just raise your hand if you played football here at some point in time at CM. All right, you can relax, you can put your hands down. How about track and field or cross country? All right, relax. And how about if you participate in theater? All right. And how about lacrosse? Anybody? All right. And how about rugby? Okay. How about hockey? Awesome. And tennis? Okay. Music. Participates in any music? All right. How about soccer? Awesome. And let's see. How about basketball? All right. And swimming? All right. What about Model UN? All right. How about wrestling? Awesome. How about baseball? Awesome, awesome. Speech and debate? Excellent. And what about volleyball? Anybody? Awesome. So I'm sure I missed maybe a club or some extracurricular activity, so you can go ahead and raise your hand if I didn't name a club that you might be involved in. All right. So now raise your hand if you had to raise your hand 2, 3, or even 4 times just now because you participated in multiple sports or activities here at CM. Awesome. A good amount of you guys. So what this says about all you is that you represent CM far beyond these walls. You play at other schools, you compete in other states, you serve in other countries, and when you do these things, CM stays a part of you. And I'm here to tell you today that the CM you wear proudly now, it stays part of you far after you graduate. So I grew up in Sharon. I don't know if anyone's here from Sharon. Probably not, but anyways, I knew throughout middle school that I wasn't going to my town's high school. I couldn't wait to get into the silver and red at CM. Having witnessed several of my cousins go through CM, I knew that's what I wanted. It almost didn't happen, though, to be honest. The summer going into my freshman year was around the same time our country was going through a financial crisis that my family wasn't immune to. But somehow, some way, I still ended up at Baker Street, and I was elated. It was finally my turn to be a knight. It was my turn to wear the CM gear, my family's turn to have that notorious CM bumper sticker, my girlfriend's turn to finally wear my football sweatshirt, my turn to play under the lights, my turn to play on Thanksgiving. It was finally my turn to wear the jersey. And we wore those CM colors proud, and I still do to this day. I've got, always have my CM keychain, got my CM tie, try to represent it everywhere I go. I can remember back when we were running track and field at these big invitational or state track meets. After we'd arrive, we'd settle in our 4x100 relay team, which was the best in the state at the time. The 4 of us, we'd gather, and we'd walk around the facility together by each team. And the purpose of this was just to let everyone know that we had arrived. We thought we were all that. We thought we were, the best thing since sliced bread. Mr. Finn and Mr. Catano can attest for that. But we wanted everyone to know that CM was here. We were real, and we were the ones to beat. And as you can see, I'm sure the banner's up here somewhere, but we were able to back it up. Same thing goes for if you go into a speech tournament. When you walk in, people know CM is there. Even for basketball, when you arrive in that gym and you watch that JV game before yours, the other team actually sees the silver and red. They see CM. In football, when you come out for warm-ups at an away game, they know that's CM. And as I said, my fellow alumni and I still feel that same connection to this day. Anytime we're back here together, our minds flood with memories of times in the locker room, in the hallways, in the cafeteria, and much more while wearing our school's name. I make it a point to wear my CM gear out in public, whether it be at work or on the golf course or in a grocery store, because you'll never know when you might run into a fellow alum or someone who has a personal connection to CM. Even in preparing for this talk, I wondered what makes this CM community so highly regarded. I think it's a combination of things. We're a small school that other schools, much bigger than us, just can't seem to compete with. Year after year, we show the strength of our community by our success in our academics, athletics, and other extracurricular activities. We know who walked the halls before us, and we encourage those who will walk after us. Regardless of who may walk into CM, step on the court, on the field, or on the stage, one thing never changes: the silver and red of Catholic Memorial. Thank you.
Donovan, come on back up for a quick second. I just want to give you something and thank you for representing our schools so well. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Thank you for being part of this community. And thank you for being the role model to each and every one of us of who we aspire for each of you to grow up to become. So thanks for coming today. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.